What this young actress just said is something that Hollywood despises totally and completely, and I hope that she is very careful about what she is saying and how she is saying it, because this is the type of stuff that can get people blacklisted, kicked out, or even worse in Hollywood, because as we know, Hollywood is a place that is full of a lot of very terrible things that are happening. And when actors and celebrities start to speak out in different ways that go outside of the narrative, that go outside of the agenda, then there are certain people in Hollywood who can't stand that. So let's get into this and see what is going on here. So this is Sydney Sweeney, who interestingly enough is someone who has been on some of these shows like Handmaid's Tale and some of these other shows out there that honestly are pushing very interesting messages out there into culture. And despite all of that, she is someone who is saying some very interesting things here that go against the grain in Hollywood. So Handmaid's Tale actress always wanted to be a young mom, laments Hollywood stigmas about having children and career. And this is something that we've talked about a lot here on the channel as well, where we talk about all these different actresses that didn't want to have babies, that you know, had their babies you know, aborted and everything else because they didn't want to lose their career. And it's a shame. It's an absolute shame that there are people out there that would put, you know, the possibility of maybe not being in a couple movies for, you know, a couple years on the line in order to, you know, basically get rid of their child. And it's disgusting. But Sydney Sweeney of Handmaid's Tale fame made some candid comments about how Hollywood treats young women who want to start families. I want to have a family. I've always wanted to be a young mom, the 24-year-old actress told The Hollywood Reporter during a recent interview, which, you know, you know that when there's people out there, probably even from The Hollywood Reporter, that when they hear that, they just start to scream and their skin just starts to like sizzle and stuff, kind of like, you know, when sunlight hits a vampire. That's what I imagine is happening with different wokesters out there who work for these different companies when they hear this. And I'm worried about how this industry puts stigmas on young women who have children and looks at them in a different light. And we know that is absolutely what is happening. I was worried that if I don't work, there's no money and no support for kids I would have, Sweeney continued, and this is something that we've heard a lot of people talking about in Hollywood as well. She admitted to discussing how to balance her career and family life with her Sharp Objects co-star Amy Adams, who has one daughter, but Sweeney said financial struggles made her feel nervous about starting a family. If I wanted to take a 6-month break, I don't have income to cover that, she told The Hollywood Reporter. I don't have someone supporting me. I don't have anyone I can turn to pay my bills or a call for help. Well, maybe you should find a guy and get married. They don't pay actors like they used to. Huh, interesting. And with streamers, you no longer get residuals. The established stars still get paid, but I have to give 5% to my lawyer, 10% to my agents, 3% or something like that to my business manager. I have to pay my publicist every month, and that's more than my mortgage. So anyway, she continues on and laments about just how things are done in Hollywood and everything else, and how there continues to be, it seems like Hollywood has continued to try to discourage women from having children. And honestly, that wouldn't surprise me at all. As we know, Hollywood despises families. They despise the nuclear family. They want to continue to destroy that. They want to make men weak. They want to make women despise men for being weak. And there's this entire system that they are continuing to try to create of what the new age, what the new world is going to look like. And in that system, it is going to be a system where everyone is weak and subservient to the powers that be, such as Hollywood, the government, and everything else. So it's very interesting what she is saying here. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. I'd appreciate that a lot, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.